Hi, my name is Erica Neal. I'm a psychotherapist in Northern Virginia, which is in the greater Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. I'm also a Havening Techniques practitioner and trainer, and I love teaching Havening because it is such a simple and effective and safe method for healing distress and for amplifying positive feelings. Havening was created by Dr. Ronald Rudin, and it is a psychosensory therapy, meaning that it uses sensory input to create healing in the mind and the body. We actually use sensory input quite often to feel better, such as when we look at a beautiful sunset, or we listen to music, or we take a class like in yoga or in dance, or we get a massage or an acupuncture treatment. And in Havening, the sensory input that we're using to feel better and to treat whatever is ailing us is actually mostly soothing touch. And we do it primarily in 3 locations, which are the hands. So we rub our hands together, and it could be in whatever direction feels right for you. And it could even be rubbing like this in a way that feels soothing. And then the next place is the arms. So we do this from shoulder to elbow in a downward sweep in a soothing and comforting way at whatever pace we'd like and feel comfortable with. And then in the face, where we just rub our face. We can do this as if we're washing our face, or if we'd prefer to do just a small place like on the cheeks or the forehead, or just with one hand perhaps. In all these cases, we're just providing a sense of reassurance and comfort, and we can rotate between these areas as feels comfortable for us. And the last part with the Havening sensory input is eye movement, where we move our eyes back and forth from left to right, and we do it back and forth like that a few times, and then take a deep breath and relax. And the reason why we have Havening touch in these locations is because these have been found to produce the most delta waves. Delta waves are the calmest, slowest brain wave that we experience, the ones that we have when we're sleeping deeply. And they also are associated with calming neurochemicals like serotonin, oxytocin, and GABA. Delta waves depotentiate the amygdala, or the fight or flight center of the brain, so that when we have delta waves paired with distressing experience, it changes the brain's encoding so that the events are no longer as distressing as they had been before. Delta waves also enhance a feeling of general well-being and resilience. So I'm going to show you how to do Havening. And to do it, I'd like you to practice by thinking of something that feels a little bit upsetting to you. It could be something you're feeling right now, or when you have been thinking about it lately, it bothers you, but not extremely, because we're not really together and I can't work with you to make sure you're doing okay. So I suggest something, if you were to rate it from 0 to 10, where 0 is no distress and 10 is the most you can imagine, it might be like a 5. So when you think about whatever that might be, I want you to notice where you feel it in your body. And then again, score it from 0 to 10. And then I'd like you to start doing Havening touch and just clear your mind of whatever you were thinking about and focus on the sensation of touch, noticing how it feels to be delivering the touch and how it feels to receive the touch, really enjoying the touch as you vary it from location to location. And you can do that with me or whatever locations that you would like to do. I'll show the eye movement a little bit later. And you're doing the touch. I'm going to keep your mind distracted so that the delta waves can do their work and you're no longer really thinking about something that would be contraindicated or contrary to the delta waves. So as you're doing the Havening touch, I'd like you to do some mental exercises. So one of them will be imagining that you're walking in a place that you really enjoy being in. And as you're there, noticing what you're seeing that you find calming or enjoyable, and noticing what you might be hearing, what sounds you notice, and noticing what your body feels like as you're walking, and noticing perhaps if there's a breeze or the sun is shining or some other aspect of your experience, and noticing how relaxing and soothing it is to be in this place. It might also be invigorating and make you feel alive, whatever it is that you like about being there. And as you're walking, see if you can notice that with each step you're becoming more and more at ease and relaxed and feeling good. And we're going to count out loud together from 1 to 20 as you're walking at whatever pace feels good. And in this case, you're going to just be counting with me. So each step and each count makes you feel more relaxed and at ease. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Great. And now we're going to do another distraction. I'd like you to hum along with me. I'm going to pick a song that's pretty common. It's Mary Had a Little Lamb. So you can hum along with me or silently, whichever you prefer. Terrific. Next, another thing to do to keep your mind occupied, we can imagine counting backwards from 50 by fives. So here we go, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, 0. Terrific. And now I'd like you to name 3 animals you might find at a zoo. Great. And then any location in the world, a city, state, or country that begins with the letter A. For example, Alaska. And now one that begins with B. For example, Boston. And now one that begins with the letter C, such as Cincinnati. Great. And now I'd like you to move your eyes back and forth a few times. Right to left to right. Great. And then just take a big breath. Wonderful. And then check in again and notice how you feel right now. And in particular, notice again how you feel about the issue that you were thinking of initially. And again, score it from 0 to 10 in terms of distress, 0 being no distress, 10 being the most you can imagine. And once you've scored that, I want you to do a little bit more havening to amplify the well-being a little more. So here we go again. So again, with the havening touch, just rotating between those areas, I'd like you to imagine lying on a lounge chair looking at the sky and notice that the clouds are forming words that make you feel good. For example, love. And I'd like you to spell that word if you'd like. So L-O-V-E. And then just notice, is there another word that makes you feel good that the clouds are forming? Noticing and saying that word and then spelling it. Great, and then another word that you notice and can spell. Great, and one more word. Wonderful. Now I'd like you to name 4 animals that you find to be cute. Great. And then 3 items in your home that you have appreciation for. So it could be even like a lamp. And noticing the object and the feeling of appreciation for those 3 items. Great. And now I'd like you to move your eyes back and forth a few times. And you can do that with or without doing havening. And then take a deep breath. And then relax. And then again, notice how you're feeling right now, especially when you think about that issue. And if you're feeling anything positive, I'd like you to notice that as well. So for example, you might be feeling more grounded, you might be feeling calmer, you might be feeling more at ease. And whatever that word is, I'd like you to say it. And it could be several words. So for example, it could be okay, okay, calm, grounded. And you just repeat those words, whatever those words are that pertain to how you're feeling right now. It could be one, it could be multiple words. And you just repeat them one after the other as you're doing havening touch in different locations. So calm, grounded, 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 whichever words apply to you. And you can actually keep doing that as long as the feeling is getting stronger and stronger. And then when it starts to let it level out, you can just stop doing that. And the neat thing about this kind of havening, which is called affirmational havening, is that you can do this at other times when you actually want to feel equality. So for example, if you're about to have an interview and you want to feel confident, you can simply say confident, confident, confident. Or if you're about to have a difficult conversation, you can just say calm, calm, calm. So whatever state it is that you want to amplify, you can use affirmational havening to do that. So these are really good ways to use havening you can do on your own. When you're upset about something, you can use distractions while you do havening to feel some relief. And these distractions can be anything like I've taught you, or anything that you can talk about that's interesting, or you can think about that's interesting. And then you can end that with doing some affirmations to help amplify the good feeling. So hopefully you found this helpful, and if you'd like to learn more about havening and about the work that I'm doing with havening, you can look at my website, which is ericaneil.com, ERIKANEIL.com. And if you want to find out more about havening, you can look on their website, which is havening.org. Thank you very much.